There are so many challenges when navigating a divorce as a senior, and you've got to figure out, well, how do you split the retirement and who's going to get the house, who's going to get the dog. But no one had ever told me that I'd have to figure out who gets the church. If you have been attending a church maybe a decade or more, as me and my husband had, it never occurred to me that when I walked in there the first time after we had separated, what a scary situation that was going to be. I felt, and these were my beloved church family members, so certainly no one was judging me, but it felt like there was a big spotlight on me. And I almost thought that, kind of like with our friends, that people were feeling they were going to be forced to take sides. And there just was this kind of unease and distance between me and all of these people that I had loved for so long as a member of my church. So this, unfortunately, is not a video with a lot of answers. It's a little bit more of asking the question and seeing if you or someone you know had a great way to navigate this challenge. Sadly, statistics show that almost 50% of the attendees, once there's a divorce, will leave the church. There's only 10% studies show that remain going to the same church after the divorce. And 20% of people stop attending any kind of church or religious organization altogether, or their place of worship that they had perhaps been attending for years. That would have been my category. After going the first time and thinking, okay, well, if he goes to, we used to go to the second service, I'll sneak in and go to the first service, and I'll sit in the back, and I'll come in late, and I'll leave early. But then I just stress the whole time, and that's just not a right, kind of environment for me to grow my spirituality, for sure. So I want to then present to you so that perhaps we can help other people. So here at Senior Life Solo Path, I'm Linda, by the way, and I do not have a background in psychology. I'm not a therapist or a life coach. I am just someone that navigated a late in life divorce and wished that there was a place that I could go that really just showed the weird and the wild and the wonderful of navigating life as a senior, and navigating life alone. So if you have a late life divorce, or if you are someone that sadly has lost your beloved partner and as a senior, then hopefully this is a channel that you'll want to come in and check out. So what, again, I wound up being was in that 20% that basically just walked away. And it was heartbreaking because I was one of the original members of my church, and my husband then kind of came along for the ride after we had been married for quite some time. But still, those were our family members. I mean, people that we would go out with and see socially, and not only then at all the church functions. So that was something that, like so many other things, was devastating to me. So I'm here to ask you if you've got any ideas on what the best way to handle this problem that I didn't even know existed until I was going through, so that we might then help other people. So this is just a forum where we can kind of spitball ideas and hopefully just get our feet a little bit more on the ground. And I wanted to thank all of you who have commented. Know that I read them all and I try to comment back. And thank you for the gentlemen who have reached out about my marital status. I actually am remarried, and in subsequent videos will be talking about dating as a senior, because, oh my gosh, dating as a teen or, a younger person is hard enough, and dating as a senior, well, is a whole other ball game. So we'll get into all the ins and outs of that. But again, thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully you've got some ideas or just some validation that whatever we do is the right thing for us. So whether that means stepping away for a time, stepping away from your house of worship altogether, perhaps live streaming. Most church services and houses of worship have a live stream. Or if you found that you just found another congregation, or perhaps just another way to fulfill that spiritual void that you were feeling. So No judgment, however best served you. So thank you so much. And I hear your stories. My heart breaks for all of you that are going through this heartbreaking moment in your life. And I just love the gal who reached out recently and said that for the first time after losing her beloved partner, where she wore nothing but black for 2 years, has started, I'm going to cry, had started wearing bright colors. And I see, go. I am here to be your cheerleader. And I don't know if it's because she had watched my video on dopamine dressing that says that when we start wearing brighter colors, it can raise our vibration. So whether that had anything to do with it or not, I was so delighted to hear that information. And all of your stories do bring me to tears. I am here for you. So thank you so much. Subscribe or just stop by whenever you so feel called. Again, this is Senior Life Solo Path, and I'm Linda. Thanks for joining.